What is up, guys? Zor here, and I'm back on Feed the Beast. Today I've got a tutorial for you, but it's not going to be like one of my regular tutorials where I build the thing. I've got it already built, and I'm going to try and explain it to you, and hope you can sort of build it for yourself. So, as you probably have guessed by the title, this is an automated quarry thing, using a quarry. But basically what it does is it goes, you can see it working, it will go along as much as you want and then start drilling. So I've got this so that it will just make one huge line way like forever essentially, because these load the chunks in their chest, I think. If not, you can stick a world anchor or world loader on it and it should do the same thing, but I'm pretty sure ender chests are work as them too. So you can see it working. This whole orange thing, if you don't realize, is just a quarry, and this platform is using frame motors and frames. I do see something that just went wrong, which is kind of weird, but that should get fixed. So yeah, I'm going to try and explain this to you in like modules. The first thing we have is a worm drive. Now I could probably build this for you. If we do down here, we'll build up a bit. Okay, so basically the way a worm drive works is, let's just go like here, build a wee platform. These are what make you be able to make things fly essentially with frames. This is probably one of the easier parts to show you. So basically, if I want this to go to the right, I obviously make this guy face me. There we go. I'm pointed to the right, and I can stick that there. So when that gets power, this whole frame will move this way, but that will stay in the same place. So once this is all moved, that will essentially be here on the frame. So then we get another motor, like that. We'll stick one of these in here to make sure they're all joined together. So that will move everything across one. In fact, we don't need that there. That'll move everything across one. If I get a battery box, I'll actually show you this working. Battery. This is all blue alloy type stuff. Is that the right one? Nope, that's not it. Grab. I'll just give this a quick charge to show you guys. So yeah, I'm showing you this because this is useful just to know how this works. So if we get some levers, hopefully I've built this right and I don't mess something up because I'm rushing. This will make you be able to build flying machines essentially. So first of all, you give this one a pulse, and that moves everything across one like so. And then you give this one a pulse, and that moves it back. This one a pulse, everything along. These levers will fall off if you're doing with levers, and back. So that will move as one unit. See, it started over there. It's over here. That is how this guy moves along. Using this one here, I think it just moved along there. Yeah, it did. And I have all the redstone way over there. I separated it from this just to make it more make it more easy to show you. Yeah, that makes sense. These are some solar panels connected to battery boxes. They should be on the moving thing. And yeah, that's pretty much it. I'm going to show you the logic for that. If we fly over here, basically to get it to move one, you need to pulse one. So what we have here is we have a timer. Right now it's off because it's mining or quarrying, whatever you want to call it. This one goes 20 times, I think. So do 20 pulses. And then they'll go into these two. That has a 1 tick delay, so it'll hit that, which moves the frame, and then 1 tick later it'll hit that, which moves the frame motor back. So like that, then that, the same way. So if I show you, if I do this, that is 21, that's 10. So if I show you in my wee mock-up demonstration one, so it'd be like 21, which is this one, so 21 gets a pulse, and then 1 tick later this guy gets a pulse. 21 gets a pulse, 10 gets a pulse. So that's how that's working over here. You'll see 21, 10. Okay, that's gone as far as you can change how much you want it to move at a time. I think this is less than it should be because it doesn't look like it's making full frames. I'm not entirely sure though. I should have checked that. I think a frame is 11, so you want to sort of roughly, that's from the center, so you want this one to move. If we move that 11, yeah, it should even out. But yeah, you can mess around with that. The next thing is having a quarry on a frame doesn't quite work. It worked the first time, but then you move it, it won't reset. So what we have here is we have some more things. We have a block breaker and a deployer. That's just an ender chest. That's just a redstone energy cell. So I'll show you the easy part first. So basically, you've got your energy cell, which powers the quarry, an energy tesseract, which you get external power. You could hook up engines and stuff, but this just makes it all controllable and editable from a distance. So like where your base is, this can just go way into the distance. So you have those two things, and then an ender chest above it to collect everything. So next we have a deployer and a block breaker. So once this is finished its time, the block breaker will break it like there, you saw. It will send it back into this deployer. It'll move it along, everything moves with it. We can actually watch it and see if it moves enough. I'm not sure how many blocks it's moving. Yep, like that. See, that's cutting over because it's not quite right, but that's easy to edit. You just have to change the counter, and I'll show you that in a second. So yeah, then it gets deployed by this deployer, and then it starts doing its thing again. So if we go show you, this is wireless redstone again to make it easier on the amount you need moving about, because the more you have on motor frame stuff, it's kind of glitchy, so it probably causes a lot of lag. So basically, this counter is also connected to one of these guys, and basically every time it counts, it goes up by 1, so it goes 20 times, and then once it's 20 times done, it goes onto this one, which lights up this red alloy wire, stops the timer. This one then goes all the way around to here. This one activates the deployer, so it gets deployed. The quarry gets deployed. Then this guy over here is set. If I can, oh, there we go. 102 seconds. That's just if you're building this for yourself, you have to experiment and edit this guy to see how long your quarry takes, because this is only going 4 blocks down, so that's plenty of time. If your quarry is like starting in a really built up place, I would suggest doing this across the sea, because then you won't destroy too much land. And then sea level, you just have to think how long it takes it from sea level to the bottom, and then add in the movement time, and then set one of these guys. But I've just done this quickly to show you on a super flat, to show you it working. Otherwise, you just have to wait like 10 minutes. So yeah, once that pulses, it sends a redstone pulse over here. This activates the block breaker, so that'll break it. Then this one goes over and resets this guy, so it can move living along again. And it'll keep, and so it's fully automated like that. You don't have to. You can stop it if you want. You can add in one of those. I'm sure you guys can figure it out. It's just that you'll just have to add in a lever somewhere to break the circuit. So yeah, that's pretty much it. A few things I will say. If you know about motors and stuff, this doesn't apply as much. If you don't, you should listen for like future projects. If you want this to work, every single block has to be connected to a frame, and then that connects it all together. And if you're using red alloy or these guys, these like sort of semi blocks, they need to be placed onto a panel. So you get covers and you get panels. These are panels, and they allow things that are on them to get moved. Covers don't, so that would not get moved. The reason you use covers is because if there's like a big mountain, if I try and demonstrate what I think a mountain is by just building up. So okay, is that moving? Yep, okay. So if those were not covers, this would stick to the bottom of this. Are you kidding? I got to one out. Okay, we'll show you next time. See, all this should be covers. I haven't done that because I'm lazy and rushing. Yeah, so nothing will stick to covers, so then it won't break. Also, if you're building this, I would build it in pieces. Build this piece first on like a square. Like you can see what I've done. I've built a square, square, square. So build that piece first, make sure it moves. Then add on this piece and make sure it moves like part by part, because then you can diagnose the problem if you find any. Because this frame stuff is really temperamental. Once it's working, it'll work, but sometimes if you add in anything to it, it'll glitch. Again, this is an energy test rack. I've just got a wee bank of redstone energy engines. Trying to think if there's anything else I've missed. This orange stuff disappears by its own, so we don't have to worry about that. This is where I asked you guys to go build this and test something for me. I was trying to make it so that once this stopped mining, it would go, as opposed to a timer, because that'd be more efficient in my mind. But basically, oops. So what the hell is happening? Something glitched. There we go. Okay. Oh no. What? Sup guys? I'm back. Something weird just happened. Glitched out my game. I'm not sure what. I think it was an external application. So I was talking for 10 minutes there, and it was recording. So that was great. So you may have noticed it's moved a lot further than it did. What I was saying is, sorry, I've lost all my train of thought. I tried to make this so that it was, once it stopped mining, it would move. That is full, so let's just delete some of that so it doesn't spew everywhere. Yeah, so the three things I tried was, first I tried having a pipe with a gate on it so that when there was no items travelling, it would output. So basically, once this wasn't mining, it would output and it would set it so that it would get broken, it would let it move and then reset itself. That didn't work. Something to do with the pipe being there when a quarry was placed made it glitch out and the quarry wouldn't start. The next thing I tried was having a pipe on a energy tube thing, so that when it wasn't taking energy from the redstone cell, it would, oh, okay, that's fine. It would, when it wasn't taking energy from the cell, it would output a thing. So obviously once it's stopped, it's not using energy. Like right now, it's using energy. Once it stopped, it wouldn't be. So I thought that would work. Again, having a pipe attached to the quarry before you placed it essentially didn't work. Next I tried having this to make this so it had to be, this was full for it to work. Again, having a pipe attached to that didn't work. I don't know, there's something weird with pipes and gates on frames. I think there's some sort of glitches there, or they're not very compatible with one another, because I'm not sure what gates are considered as. I think because pipes are considered as blocks, whereas gates are like parts of blocks. I'm not quite sure, but yeah. So if you guys have any thoughts on how to fix that, that would be much appreciated. So yeah, if you want to go and try this, that would be awesome. Tell me how it goes. If you get stuck with anything, I'm going to like sort of fly around so you can sort of see everything set up. This, again, like I said, this is you can customize this any way you want. This is a part, and that is another part. You can have 4 of these. I've built this before, so I know it works, but it's ridiculous. You can have 4 of these, or actually 6. I think you probably need more. Basically, 1 to go in each direction. So 1 to go that way, 1 to go that way, 1 to go that way, 1 to go that way. So right, left, up, down, backwards, like backwards and forwards. And then you can stand and you can control it yourself if you want, using these worm drives. And then this guy, obviously you can attach, because you could have like that attached. You could have a wee room with like a bed. I don't know if that would work. Beds on frames, I'm not sure, but you can have like a little flying thing that sorts out stuff or whatever you want. And then I'll give you a, again, this way it's really laid out, really weird, but I'll show you like that, so you can sort of get a gist of all the parts, and you have to make sure these are linked. So like those two are for the worm drive, that is for something, I can't really look at the number, I think, yeah, that is to deploy it. That's for the deployer, that's for the block breaker, and that's the timer over there. You have to play with that to get it perfect for you. So yeah guys, I hope you enjoyed. If you have any questions at all, be sure to leave them in the comments. I will try and help you, because I know this video was weird. It's quite an awkward thing to show. If I wanted to like show this and show how you build it, it'd probably take about 4 episodes. So I wanted something, basically I'm showing you the idea, and you can go about making this whatever way you want. I'm sure there's more efficient ways. I'm sure you can find cooler things to do. So if you enjoyed, yeah, be sure to hit that like. Sorry, there's a freeze there. Be sure to hit that like, it helps me out a lot. Subscribe if you want to see more of this kind of thing, and also my Let's Play series, which I know I haven't posted in almost a week. I've been quite busy. And yeah, if there's anything else you want me to try and build and feed the beast, just leave it in the comments, and I will try and figure out a way of doing it. So I hope to see you guys back here soon, and later dude.